Okay, I want you to look at this intraday picture of Robinhood stock. At the very moment that Charlie put out this tweet, it was around 3:09 p.m. Eastern time. He tweeted, quote, "In a huge win for Robinhood and a big setback for Gary Gensler," who, of course, is the SEC commissioner, "and the AMC apes, Financial Services Committee Dems quietly shelve plans to ban payment for order flow." Charlie's tweet, moving Hood stock, which spiked higher at the moment, and right now, as you can see, stands at, can somebody tell me, please? $51, up 6.25%. To Charlie Gasparino. Wait, I'm sorry, Charlie. Please clarify. You say this is bad news for the AMC apes. Some of them like Robinhood now.
Most of them don't, and it's not just Robinhood. There's a whole conspiracy theory among the AMC apes that payment for order flow is a way that brokers like Citadel rip off people and ripping off them and helps them. And they go so far as to say it's a little QAnon-ish. I don't want to indulge it too much, but it's they control that Citadel and Kenny Griffin. They call him Kenny G, by the way. Remember the guy with the trumpet, Kenny G? Every time they call him Kenny G. Sax. It's a sax. I'm sorry. Saxophone.
It's a saxophone.
It just reminds me of the saxophone dude, Kenny G.
I'm about
they call
to
him
freak
Kenny
out,
G.
folks.
And he's
I'm about to
manipulating
lose
markets
my
to dark
mind. I get it.
pools and this and payment for order flow. In any event, so the Financial Services Committee was looking at it. They were looking at banning it. There's a ranking member called Brad Sherman, Democrat, obviously. Maxine Waters, a Democrat, runs it, who was talking about banning it. And then quietly, in the last week, from what we understand, it's not what we understand, we've confirmed, they decided to essentially punt on this. They've said that they're going to direct. They put out legislation. Let's see if it even gets to the floor. That's unclear if if Nancy Pelosi, the House Speaker, is going to introduce it to the floor, and then the Senate has to vote on it to become law. But so the legislation that came out was that they want the SEC to study it and possibly study a banning of it. So it's a complete punt. It's a huge victory for Robinhood. Why is this? That's why Robinhood stock's going up. And the reason why is because they make a lot of money on payment for order flow. I mean, let's just define what it is. You get to trade at no cost at Robinhood, low cost and no cost at other discount brokers, depending on which one you use, because those brokers essentially take your buy and sell orders and sell it to someplace else, sell it to another broker. That broker matches the buyers and sellers, makes money off of the bid and ask spread. This is completely normal stuff. It sounds nefarious, but it's not, trust me. And they pay you for that money. Robinhood gets a lot of its revenues from that. So if it's going to be banned, as some people were talking about, well, that would hurt Robinhood, particularly as it just became public. And it looks like, at least in the short term, I mean, you can never say it's never going to be banned, but a bill like this being handled the way it is means it's going to take a long time for it to be banned. At least the legislation won't happen. Gary Gensler could come out and try to pass a rule that banning it, but it sounds like that's kind of an uphill battle as well. And so how did it go from let's ban it to let's study it? And the reason why is because Robinhood spoke, and I'm probably Citadel. I have this part I'm just conjecturing on, but they said, listen, you want to democratize the markets? No matter what you say about what we're doing, we have made sure more people could trade cheaply and more easily than at any time. Trading, democratization means more minorities are now trading stocks because it's easier and cheaper. The one way you do that is through payment and order flow, because nothing comes totally for free. And by the way, it's not that much. It's not a scam. I mean, you think Ken Griffin is scamming people? They're giving you the best execution. That's where we are. Realize that's why the stock is up. Back to you.
Yeah. Well, yeah. I mean, that's the way.
By the way, you wouldn't believe how many people have told me. You wouldn't believe how many people told me I was on the right side of that McDonald's argument.
Oh,
that I was right, you were wrong. The suits need to get your asses in the office, not just the people flipping hamburgers.
That is not the issue.
That
You
is.
tried to say that
The
McDonald's was a small company.
No, I was saying that the suits got.
Okay. All right. Okay. I'm trying to not freak out here. But, all right, it's 3:54. Fuck it. That was the dumbest thing I've ever heard. Let's run down that entire stupid list of word vomit that came out of their both of them were dumb. Both of them literally should not be doing what they're doing because they don't know what they're talking about. First one, lady, no clue who she is. It started off, we already knew this was about to be bullshit. When she said, I think that the apes, like she rolled her eyes, she's like, I thought they like Robinhood. No one in this community is like, we like Robinhood. Not a single soul. That's bullshit. Right out of the gate. Bullshit alarm, spidey senses. That was stupid. There is no one out there in this community of retail that's like, oh, no, like we love Robinhood now. That never happened. So right away, she lost her credibility because she's just not saying anything that makes sense. All right. More importantly, Charlie, whoever that dude is, man, I thought he had a moment to like somewhat redeem his image of just being like a liar. But right there, he said a conspiracy that payment for order flow is damaging to the markets. It's not advantageous to be a retail trader. It's not a conspiracy. People who have literal expertise in the market have said it is bad. It is banned in the UK. It is illegal in the UK. It is banned. It is illegal in Canada. So he's saying a conspiracy that market experts in the US have said this is bad. He's saying that they're all wrong. He's saying that the governing body of Canada's market is wrong. The governing body of the UK market is gone because it's all conspiracy. We're in the conspiracy, and this ding dong on Fox, Charlie, he's saying, no, it's a conspiracy. Everyone else has it wrong. Dave Lauer, an expert, says it's completely wrong. People who have left Citadel said it is wrong. Why is it wrong? It's such a red herring of an argument to be like, oh, you're getting better execution. They're getting better execution, yes, and the dude is probably paid off by Citadel because that's Citadel's argument. Citadel says, hang on, this is great. Payment for order flow is great because we give you better execution. Okay, there's certain ways you can slice the data to make it look like that, but it's better execution relative to the shitty environment that you've created because of payment for order flow. Payment for order flow is basically saying all of the orders are going to get routed to a market maker. They're not going to go to a lit exchange or dark pool. They go right to that market maker who did payment for order flow. It's saying, hey, send all your orders to us and we'll pay you for that. What this has created is it segments the entire retail trading public. When you segment the entire retail trading public, that means leftover, as in lit exchanges, on exchange trading, it's much more of a competitive environment. When you have a much more competitive environment, the people setting the bid and the ask spread, those market makers on the lit exchange, because it's so competitive, it's widening the spread. When you widen the spread, that means that it's going to cost money. Your pension funds, your ETFs, your retirement accounts, people trading in there, those types of things, mutual funds, et cetera, that costs them money because you're widening the spread. You have to widen the spread because it's more competitive because no one in retail is trading there. So relative to this shitty widened spread, of course it's better execution. And they're like, hang on, better execution. Look how bad that spread is. We beat the MBBO. You should all be coming to us. The only reason you're beating it is because you're relatively better than the thing that you made that's already bad. So if you bring it all the way down and then you're slightly better than that, you can't argue that you did so much better. It's such a mentally weak argument, but that makes sense because the argument's coming from a mentally weak person. It adds up. Mentally weak argument, mentally weak person. What do you think? Like, you see the connection there? This is so incredibly stupid. And it's actually like legitimately frustrating because people are going to be watching that who don't know actually what's going on. They're going to see it on news and be like, hang on, why are these people arguing for payment for order flow? Why didn't he not mention that it's banned in 2 countries? Why did he not mention that market professionals have a serious issue? Why did he not mention that in 2004, 2005, Citadel Securities argued against payment for order flow before they had their own payment for order flow system set up? I'm taking crazy pills. This is insane. This is stupid. This is the most ridiculous, weak argument, and it's such an incredible red herring, and it's so riddled with misinformation that I can feel my cortisol levels going through the roof. It's so stupid. And hang on, I did have a part 3 to this, that because of this came out from nowhere else. Ding, 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 the market's over. But hang on, this is important. This argument came from nowhere else. I would argue right here, like this news being broke by Charlie Dipshit is what pumped Robinhood. This is not news. Everyone else is reporting on Charlie's comments, as in like he was the single source that started this. And it's what he's reporting is actually very, very weird. Like, think about this. So he comes out with the tweet. Hang on. Let's do some time checks. This is important. Hang on. I know it's 4 p.m. I know it's Friday, but like, I just indulge me for 1 second. Check this out. We're doing this live. So Charlie, where are you? I need to find his account. Check this out. Check it out. Where is it? All right, here is where I'm bringing this is I think Charlie is the one that ended up pumping the stock. Where did he do this? What time? I want the exact time. So he tweeted this at 3:09 p.m. today, August 13th, 3:09. 3:09, right? Look at this. His tweet is what pumped Robinhood. 3:09. Look where the cursor is, folks. How is this legal? It was his tweet. He is the source of this information, but even this is like, it's bullshit. So 3:09 is what right here. 3:09 and we rip. We go from what? 49, 49.70, 49.80, all the way up to 52. It's his tweet that shot Robinhood up. But what's weird about this is if you look at it and then listen back to his actual interview, I was like, oh, did they pass on the bill? He's not even properly, if you look at 4617, the thing I've already made videos about, this one, he's like, oh, his big argument, listen to his verbiage. He's like, oh, they went from banning it to now they're going to look into it. We've already known that for a while. I've done videos on 4617 right here. To require the SEC to carry out a study of payment for order flow. We already knew that it was a study. This particular bill had nothing to do with banning it. 4617, as of July 22nd, this is old news. This dude, Charlie, is tweeting about something we already know. He's like, oh, hang on a second. Look they're only going to study it. They're not going to ban it. We know that, man. He's bringing this up. We knew July 22nd to require the SEC to study. And he's now on the show of saying like it's some big thing that they're going to study it now. They're not actually going to ban it. We knew it was a study the entire time. What? This is not new news. And he came out and he tweeted it as if it's like some big thing. This was not a breaking news thing at all. Ops right here. It's in his own words. Ops to study the issue. This is not a scoop. Dude, it's a scoop that he took from YouTubers from weeks ago, man. That's not a scoop. Ops to study. What are you talking about, ops to study? July 22nd. That's not a scoop. That's not breaking journalism. You, right there, this apparently respected reporter is taking news from like what YouTubers have been talking about since literally the end of July. This is so stupid. So this isn't a scoop. Payment for order flow is not a conspiracy to whatever her name is. No one in this community likes Robinhood. And alone, this tweet, which is not a scoop, it's in no way breaking news, is directly what pumped the stock at the end of the day. 309. You cannot make this up. This is so stupid. This is so insane. Wow. Like, okay. I thought this guy was about to like somewhat redeem himself and like be somewhat of a, I guess, come to the realm of not just hating us to hate us and like actually get back to like, hang on, maybe trying to express the truth and get down, like some journalistic integrity. Nothing about this has integrity. Every little facet of this, no matter how you break it down, has like mental flaws and logical issues involved. Ops to study, it's not new news. Payment for order flow is not a conspiracy, and no one in the community actually cares about Robinhood. This is stupid. This is wrong. He should not have done this. This is like very morally corrupt. It's logically stupid and morally corrupt. And Charles, like, you know what you're doing. Like, he's not that big of a dumbass to not understand it. Like, this is so dumb.